So, what's become of the Amber?
Sorry, nothing yet. But my little helper is creating quite the commotion. Everything will work out just fine.
As long as you can keep your dog under control.
He's a good boy. Predictable.
Fine. Keep your mutt. But don't come crying to me if you get bit.
Leon, changed your mind yet?
Ada?
Assuming you haven't, I've got a tip for you. Seems like something big is about to go down in the throne room. Babysitting's tough, huh?
Hey, Ada! Ada! Perfect. Same as ever.
She's actually Ada. It's a lot like Mario.
Yeah,
His last name.
her brother's Luigi Ada.
Yep.
Alright, so welcome back to Resident Evil 4. Once we step out of Leon's cage, all the treasure that Ashley picked up is just kind of on the floor.
Not any of the items, though. Well, mind you, I don't think there are any herbs down there. At least in the remake.
I don't think so.
Hold up, where's that key ring? Those keys were fancy.
She made them out of the bits of armor left behind.
What you see is what I've got.
She's an incredibly talented metalsmith. Sorry, you were saying something?
That was just an elective she took over the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, now we have the final, the final attaché case upgrade.
Surely.
I do like how the merchant makes fun of you for buying a rocket launcher.
We'll be, hearing more about that, I think, next chapter.
Gotta come back anytime.
Got a couple uses of the rocket launcher coming up that I want to show off. I don't know if we've also mentioned it before, but if you point a rocket launcher at a boss and shoot and you hit, that's basically it for the boss.
One hit KO.
There are some exceptions, at least in the original, but I think those are mistakes in the sense that it ends a phase and then they just forgot to accommodate that there would be another phase after that. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, was it Resident Evil 4 the first time that you could use a rocket launcher outside of the final boss fight in this series?
I
think?
I want to say one of the earlier ones gave you, like, that... The tube, like, launcher thing with the 4 missiles. I don't know how to describe it better than that. I'm sorry.
Kind of like a Stinger missile?
Yes.
Sort of.
Well, I mean, 4 was definitely the first one that let you buy it, because 4 was the first one that had an economy at all.
Yeah, I don't... just based on the fact that the other games were more resource management based, just leads me to believe that, like, no, they didn't give you the rocket launcher to play with.
And before someone points it out, yes, I know that we missed the taxidermy deer statues moving suddenly.
The what now? What?
When you go through here, either it was a trick of the light, or there were there was a scripted jump scare with the deer heads suddenly moving.
Oh.
I've never seen that. What?
So
Anyway,
either I'm going crazy, or it was a very subtle scripted event, or more likely both.
Anyway, over here we can go claim an assault rifle. I'm pretty sure that's the same one from Resident Evil 3 Remake.
You know what? Given how little damage that thing does, I don't feel particularly threatened when you point it at me this time.
Yeah, this thing kind of sucks, honestly. Like, it's kind of cool to have a fully automatic weapon, but at the same time, this thing uses rifle ammo, which is already the hardest ammo to come by, I think, next to Magnum ammo.
Very strange. Was it any good in 3 Remake?
Eh?
That was one of Carlos's guns, right?
Yeah. Like, I think it was good for shredding off limbs.
I don't recall having any issues with it outright. And I don't think I've actually used it in 4-Make, so I don't know how it performs here, honestly.
I'm not the biggest fan, honestly. I mean, like, you can attach the various scopes to it if you want fully automatic aiming, target aim. I don't know how to describe it.
Fully automatic aiming. Oh yeah. Finally, give me them aimbot mods on my PS5. I hate playing my video games.
Just how many private servers has Leon been on Counter-Strike maps? Wait, you're keeping the CQBR?
I didn't feel like running to a typewriter.
Or the kick burr?
There's a send to storage button.
I didn't feel like pressing the send to storage button.
Wow.
Because that is actually the real coward button, Liquidy Poo. Real men keep the weapons they find. OSP, on-site procurement, but also on-site finders keepers.
Okay, so we got a request to go kill a big knight down here. So we're gonna go do that. No reaction to being shot at from across the room. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to do this the hard way.
So wait, does this count as the bell being rung below?
I didn't hear any ringing, but...
Well, you shot the helmet. That made a nice patong kind of noise, you know?
I guess you're right.
Alright. Time to get medieval on your asses.
Dong.
Oh, also I should mention the assault rifle was not in the original game. It is new to the remake.
Yeah, this particular assault rifle, anyway. There is a machine gun of sorts that is only unlocked on New Game Plus.
Oh, that would explain why I'm blanking on it. I never actually played that far into New Game Plus.
Dong.
My RE4 hot take is that I find New Game Plus kind of boring to play.
As someone who used to frequently speedrun the New Game Plus version on GameCube, I'll pretend you didn't say that.
Like, I will acknowledge that, like, it can have its fun. It's just I kind of like the tension of, like, building and the fun of building up your armory, and not just kind of steamrolling everything.
I mean, I'm a fan of the victory lap afterwards. Like, I worked hard. Now I get to demolish everything and have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I understand. Like that's a thing people enjoy. I don't know. It's just not particularly my thing, really.
I mean, maybe calling it have fun is a bit of a bad way of putting it because it sounds like the main game isn't fun. No, it is. It's just now I get to have fun without struggling.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really like the added tension that you get from like having to basically build your way up from the start.
Sorry, Leon, you're just too buff to sneak through there.
You can't fit, and you're too toxic and masculine to want to get down on your belly to crawl through.
Too swole to crawl? I guess if you have a certain accent, I guess it'll work.
We'll go with that. Anyway, in short, I guess I just really enjoy the feeling of Dan Dory the game gives me on the first run. Anyway, Golden Link statue. We can put in a rectangular gem and 2 circular gems. Probably more round than circular, but you know.
Who gave that cat a necklace? Like, it's fancy, I won't deny you that, but like, I guarantee when you're not looking, the cat is going to, like, knock it off and then run off.
Well, look at you.
Bat it under the couch.
Or like inside the air conditioning vent.
Molding a weapon to suit your specific. Give that the care it deserves.
Oh, the assault rifle's exclusive upgrade is 1.5 times the damage.
Oh, so it's still 0 then.
Yeah.
Information is
I know it's a Q, but every time I see the CQBR, I keep wanting to call it the Cobra.
I'll buy almost anything.
Yeah, the Cobra is how you extract the venom from the Vipers.
Thank you.
It just occurred to me that I was doing the math in my head to like try to figure out exactly how much
We're starting to get an idea of
some
what's happening.
SMG ammo to sell when the game's doing the math on the right side of the screen.
Also,
Like,
you failed. You have 6 pesetas left instead of 0.
what am I gonna buy for 6 pesetas?
A single stick of gum, if you're lucky.
Oh, I didn't know they sold Bazooka Joe in not Spain. In Spani.
Anyway, down the other hallway in the merchant's room is the this roller coaster. Whee!
Salazar's actually cornered the market on cheap bubblegum. He's distributed Crossbow Ramon.
Oh no. And but instead of a comic, yeah, it's just a very lewd drawing of Ramon with his various OC big titty goth girlfriends.
Oh no!
I mean, remember he's only 20, so he's still in that period of his fan art history.
Oh no!
And sometimes the gum has plagas in it. Just tiny little...
And every time you try to open it, it's randomized as to whether or not there'll be plagas.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna keep the 6 pesetas.
But you can't get Crossbow Ramon anywhere else.
I'm good. Okay, if we head back to the main audience hall.
Oh, so
There's a bunch
that's
of
where that
dudes here.
set piece went. I was wondering. This won't make any sense. This is something that was in 3.3. It was like one of the last things he did before rescuing Ashley.
Leon seemed shocked you didn't know this.
Wasn't that also in the audience hall?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so they kept it. Same place. Leon,
Yeah,
come on.
it's
There
the
we go.
one where the red cell in the middle has an Illuminatus pendant, and the rest of them all drop spinels.
Yeah, I'm not getting that lucky where all these guys have dropped spinels.
Next.
And for speedrunning purposes, the fastest way was actually to immediately throw a flash grenade down, which meant that the unskippable cutscene where they all ran away wouldn't trigger. You could just hop up the stairs and over to the room that has the red zealot in it, or the other red zealot. One with
Speaking
the
of
machine gun.
hopping, nice.
Yeah, well done. I need to be able to say these anecdotes a little more quickly so that we'll have time to appreciate all the awesome things ChaosArgate is doing in this footage.
Anyway, that's the encounter. If you can take care of the red zealot immediately, you don't have to deal with him turning everybody into wigglies.
And you get that red barrel.
Yes. Which is good, because I needed one after sacrificing one to the golden lynx.
And unlike other red barrels, this one doesn't explode.
Hey, gold bar.
Oh, that's fancy.
The Justicia statue.
It looks like instead of making Justice blind, they just didn't give her eyes at all.
I almost want to take this over and just display it in the courts of Japanifornia.
Not before you finish your hamburgers.
Hello, stranger.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome.
Got you a fancy statue and a gold bar.
A deal well.
Oh, good. Now I don't have to pass the bar anymore.
Good luck to you, stranger.
You know, buddy, I don't even know if you really need to pass the bar. Just like, here's some cardboard. I think you can just make a badge out of that, and as long as you're confident, no one will question it.
As you wished. A pleasant travels.
Though you should probably stop saying to your clients that you'll buy their case at a high price.
That's where he gets the larger attaché cases for Leon.
Oh.
So not only that, but he's a reality warper based entirely around dad jokes, where he could turn legal cases into actual briefcases.
Anyway, now that we've finished up over there, let's move on. After I do a quick sweep of the room.
Just trying to make our motion sickness viewers dizzy. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Oh, you're...
Oh.
Hi, hey bug friend.
So here's the Novistadors in the remake. Instead of being invisible, they have camouflage. They can be really annoying to spot.
Their camouflage works on willpower. They try really, really hard to be invisible, and then they kind of are.
Checks out. Anyway, we can't go through the door, so we'll just have to go around to the balcony stairs. Actually, is there a way to this balcony that isn't hopping over the rail?
Nope, that door's locked.
No, but like, I'm just trying to think of this from like an actual
like he had to hop over the railing. Like there wasn't a chunk without railing. That's weird.
Well, considering the priorities of architects in the Resident Evil universe, I think my answer still stands. Oh, sure. In case of a medical emergency, smash your elbow against it and grab this first aid spray. Again, very weird priorities in the Resident Evil universe.
It's a fancy old clock tower over there.
I don't think I ever noticed that prompt.
No, me neither.
This continues the trend of me teaching you guys something new every session.
Oh no, not you too.
Ah, crap.
They're gonna force one of these onto everyone's iPad and everyone's gonna be really pissed.
Not again.
Well, I guess it's better, but better they didn't go with their original code name, which was Achtung Baby.
So I guess the Novistadors are codenamed U2?
What, you mean me?
Yes.
And you! And all of you!
Oh no, they're named after that thing you do on accident at restaurants.
Okay, so here's the ballroom, I guess.
Enjoy your meal, Leon.
Wow, Ramon, you are really slacking on your pest control.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Novistadors here. In the original version, this is slightly different. There's a bunch of Novistadors, and there's a puzzle of sorts where you gotta lower a drawbridge that's in here to get to the other side.
I'd call it more of an obstacle course.
You could try to shoot the chains on the drawbridge, but they're just invincible unless you try the lever and fail to open it at least once.
Yeah, this goes back to classic RE4's definition of the puzzle being very loose.
I mean, I guess there is some logic to it because the chains are slack, but they don't have any feedback at all, is the thing. It's just, they're invincible, and then their invincibility is turned off after state X gets triggered.
I don't know, it's not a set piece I particularly enjoy. I don't really like the remakes version of this room either, but it's at least more involved.
That's true.
We'll take a peek at the original version of this room next video, I think, just to demonstrate some other difference that
yeah, that is the
in pacing.
The other major difference, that there is far more treasure in the original version of this. Oh, sneaky. I never noticed that. That is incredible.
It's a good thing I have the treasure map. Oh, hello. Speaking of things that I didn't notice.
Are you going to talk about shooting them while they're in their camouflaged form?
I mean, we did do that earlier.
What, like while they're still hiding, waiting in ambush?
Yeah, I did that from the top of the
okay.
stairs, like when we walked in. Like there was one like camouflaged in red at the other side.
Oh.
We just kind of didn't. I didn't draw attention to it because I was talking about something else.
My horrible attention span is kicking in. Oh, look, there's a shiny diamond over there.
What color is it? I might need it to fit into one of my my treasures.
Oh, wait, never mind. That was a camouflaged Avistador.
Oh no!
It was a very, very tiny Avistador. Kind of impressed with his dedication to camouflage.
Is that just a beetle or a roach?
No, it's an ornate beetle.
Yeah, some jeweler was like, yeah, I love beetles.
But his client wanted to make an ornate sculpture of the Beatles. There was a bit of miscommunication, and well, let's just say the jeweler is out several $1 million as a result.
Oh, good. Now we can go up the stairs. We can chop over the balcony and go back up and over again.
Yup.
Maybe this castle was also designed by the same architect who did the Spencer Mansion, which apparently the Baker house, the Baker estate, was also designed by the same architect who just really loved putting random bullshit in.
There we go. That time we shot a camouflaged Novistador. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm just
Leon's
gonna
true
send
enemy
him down.
is invisible walls.
So I guess here's the whole bit from the original where you gotta like turn or pull a lever to open the way forward. There's just no bit where you have to like do a drawbridge down. Because someone looked at this ballroom and decided, why is there a drawbridge in the ballroom? That's really weird. Also, I'm glad the Novistadors still have like no HP in this version of the game.
And I'm very glad that all of their QTE attacks have been replaced by something that's better telegraphed.
Yeah.
And I believe we've talked before about the previous versions of Resident Evil 4 with higher frame rates and how that affects the Novistadors specifically.
Yeah, that still makes me a little upset.
Oh. Okay, you heard it too.
Although
That's
that the QTE stuff with the WC door still isn't as bad as all of the QTEs when playing Resident Evil 5 on Professional. Which, I mean, I wouldn't recommend playing RE5 on Pro anyway, unless it's co-op, but the QTE timing is less than half a second.
Jesus fucking Christ!
And it's still randomized. Or partially randomized, like between 2 or 3 possible different prompts. That's for 5, though, not 4.
Anyway, that's the other lever we had to pull to open the door.
I feel like RE5 Pro might be why I have the phrase, I have Ouroboros, burned into my memory.
I think the developers might have realized how bullshit Professional is, because it is impossible to do it with a new game layout unless you really, really go out of your way. Like, it's a difficulty mode that expects you to have all the infinite ammo weapons, because there's basically no chance that you could beat it otherwise.
I guess I feel somewhat vindicated for just preferring to play games on their default difficulty. I guess.
I mean, I tend to do the same. It's just I had heard, incorrectly I believe, I had heard that hardcore 4 make was the same as classic 4's standard, which I don't believe to be the case.
Alright, I'm just gonna go off the merchant. So,
I think Leon blacked out for a couple minutes there.
Oh, Mr. Kennedy, not much of a light, are you? Your princess is a spirited individual. I must say, she gave us a considerable amount of trouble.
The Resident Evil universe version of Banksy. First of all, he only uses yellow paint, and second of all, he doesn't seem to be as concerned with making anti-corporate graffiti art as he is with helping out with level design. Very strange man, this alternate universe Banksy.
Well, look, it's clearly anti-Castellan.
Hey, for all the talk I just had of the remake removing the bit with the you shoot 2 trains on the drawbridge, it's still right here, I guess.
Yep, it's just outdoors, which makes more sense.
And speaking of pairs,
oh.
So yeah, here's a fun encounter where we have to take on 2 Garradors at the same time with all these guys in the mix too. Be careful not to make too much noise, or Gary and his twin brother Gary with 2 R's are gonna be all up on you.
See, they're one of them's Gary Larson and the other is Gary Kasparov.
Oh, I thought the second Gary might have developed a very popular mod.
That's actually the first Garroter that we fought. That is Gary's mod Gary.
Oh, okay.
Oh. So for this section, the enemies are gonna drop a lot of bolts. So yeah, make good use of the bolt thrower.
It'd be cooler if the bolts exploded. That's just me, though.
It would, but I only have so many bolts. I can't say I've ever done it, but I've heard of people having Gary turn on Gary and they just kind of kill each other.
Oh no, I can't believe you're making them commit Garycide.
Wait, how many of these Garys come from that vault for Fallout?
That's a good question.
I guess none of them so far because they haven't been going Gary.
Oh wait, no, they are fighting each other, sorta.
No, these aren't the Garys from that one vault because they're in a good game.
Oof.
I'm sorry,
Shots
that
fired.
was too mean.
Oh, hello.
What is with that mace discipline, young man? You go back to military school. See, follow her example. She knows what she's doing. She may not have a mace, but she knows how to attack better than you do, apparently. Okay, it's all relative.
Well, so long for that guy's arm. Yikes.
Yeah, Gary didn't seem to like that.
They also don't like the sound of you parrying thrown weapons.
No, they do not. There are a couple of big bells here that you can use to get Gary and Gary's attention.
Incidentally, this room is where I learned that you can rhythmically tap the run button to silently run.
Yeah, there are so many games where that works.
It's so good.
Why did I not think that this will work? That will work in this game too.
Not only usually in these kinds of games that have forced walking sequences or stealth in general, there will be times where either just crouch walking or, as Liquidy Poo said, alternating between tapping duck between crouching and running is faster. Including one of the other games that I used to speedrun was, and I know this is going to sound very strange, I used to run Spec Ops: The Line, which surprisingly actually has really good gameplay when you try to do it fast. But it turns out that after the infamous white phosphorus scene, the fastest way to get through it is to crouch walk through the whole thing. And it, as horrible as it is, there is something very darkly comedic about Captain Walker stuffing his face with the white phosphorus and just duck walking as all the American soldiers are slowly bleeding out and suffocating. And look, it's funnier than I'm making it sound. Okay.
It's a very dark comedy,
Yes.
I think.
The darkest comedy that you can get in a mostly pitch white environment.
Anyway, this is the double Garys are basically why I brought out the broken butterfly, just because I really want that high damage, just to really fuck up one of the Garys, because this section's actually pretty hard.
Yeah, it is stupidly difficult.
I don't know if there is an end to the cultists while at least one of the Garys is alive. I think there might be, but it takes a while.
Well, as long as their ideas are around and being spread by people, there will never be an end to the cultists.
I guess that's true. Anyway, now that we've killed the Garys, we can just take their horns off their pants.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we've stolen their sex toys.
Oh, there's still a dude here.
Hey, I wanted that. Gary said he let me borrow it.
Don't borrow someone else's sex toy.
No wonder my initial attempt at a startup used sex toy rental service went out of business so quickly.
You have to cater to a very specific market there, and I'm not sure the profit margins are all that good there.
I mean, it was fun while it lasted, but at the same time, the hydro bill was astronomical, so it really wasn't worth it in the end.
Okay, good. You saw the pickup.
I forget, is there an achievement for going through the whole game without crafting anything?
Probably.
I feel like there should. I know there's
It
one
would not
for,
surprise me.
There's one for no merchant. There's one for only using what's in your starting equipment. I don't know about the rest.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Ashley, calm down. You're overreacting.
What if they're trying to make her into a Gary?
Ashley,
Leon, stop! No, don't come any closer!
you hurt?
Watch out!
Please, do continue. Do not resist, my dear. It serves only to make your suffering all the worse.
Please, please!
You sick!
Aquí nos despedimos, señor Kennedy.
Hang in there, Ashley. I'm coming for you.